What is up, guys? Welcome to the channel. We've got some news, and there's some shit news. Team Aspinall is fighting Ciryl Gane. I guess we all knew this. I'm not happy about this. I really don't give a shit about this fight. It's kind of the fight that has to happen. He is the #1 guy, technically, but I'm not going to lie. I would have rather seen Jolton Almeida or Derek Lewis. Both guys I think Aspinall beats. I think he has a harder fight with Lewis than he does Almeida. I think he dog walks Almeida. I think Almeida's too small, not strong enough. He won't be able to get Aspinall down, and Aspinall will light him up on the feet and beat the crap out of him. Um, Derek Lewis, I think, will give him a better challenge than most guys in the top 10. But the state we're at with heavyweight right now, we've literally got Spivak and Tabora, two former jokes of the heavyweight division. Not many years ago, those two were like two of the worst guys in the division. They were like joke fighters almost. They're now both literally ranked like I think 6th and 7th or 7th and 8th. They're literally both a win away, or even if they don't fight, a couple of people ahead of them having bad losses away from being in the fucking top 5 of the division. Just think about that. Waldo Costa's a quarter. Where's Waldo? The little dancer boy or whatever his name is, Salsa Boy. I can't believe his name's Salsa Boy and how shit he is. And he's literally #6. He literally, someone could have a loss at #4 or 5, and bam, they go down, he goes up one. Because that's what the position's moving in with the rankings. So that's where we are with the heavyweight division. It is absolutely trash. And when he deals with Gane, which I'm sure he will, it's like, where the hell does he go then? I'm not going to lie, I was genuinely hoping, I was kind of holding out for Francis. And when I heard there was an announcement and he's saying, oh, I've signed the contract, which sounds weird because with UFC, you sign a contract for a certain amount of fights and there's no negotiation. So they just tell you who you're fighting. So I don't know what contract he'd signed unless now he's got that champion deal and the sponsorships. Maybe UFC have done him a solid and reneged his contract and given him a bit of a monetary boost, which I think they probably have. Dana said they were going to make it up to him, and I think they probably have. They probably stuck an extra couple $100,000 on each fight of his contract, something along those lines, and he kind of deserves it because he's lost out on a bunch of fights. He got absolutely messed around. They really treated him like shit when, like, he's their new big star. He is, the man to make the heavyweight division great again. As crap as all the other fighters are, if he just keeps running through them all, at least it'll be fun to watch. It'd be like watching Mike Tyson in the 80s just run through a bunch of average guys, but it'll be fun to watch, won't it? But yeah, I really thought it was going to be Big Francis. I mean, they should really try and get Francis. Like, Dana needs to piss off. He needs to swallow his pride. They need to kick him out the door. Turkey needs to tell him what's up. They need to get Francis in there and get a trilogy going. And hopefully by the time a trilogy with Francis takes what? A year? Maybe just over a year, hopefully by 14 odd months, 15, 16 months. By then, there'll be a new contender. Maybe Pavlovich has gone on a 3-fight win streak where he's just killing dudes, or something like that. But, man, this is terrible news. I mean, I honestly, as well, I could see Gane stinking the place out and winning a decision because he's so bad and he's so boring and he's such a non-fighter. He's just an athlete. He's such a non-fighter. You can just tell by looking at him, he's not a killer. He is not a killer. He's just an athlete. He's not a fighter at heart. You can tell. I would love to see him in a tough fight and show us what the French are made of. But we saw that many years ago with the Ultimate Fighter. The guy who said, "I'm going to show him what French people are made of," and he literally wouldn't come out for round 2. So yeah, man, Ciryl Gane, he's up next. It is what it is. I hope Tom dusts him and that's out the way, and you don't have to. I don't want to ever see Ciryl Gane fight again. He's so goddamn boring. He didn't beat Volkov. I would have rather see Volkov in there. I mean, they did it with Aldo when he got robbed against Moraes. They put Aldo in there for the title. So I don't know why they can't do that now. So it's a load of nonsense, really. I mean, Lewis, Almeida, or Volkov would have been a better shout. But get this guy in there, get him out of there, beat his ass, get him out of the way, and be done with him. But man, I mean, this heavyweight division, I almost feel bad for Tom because if you keep fighting him, you are going to lose to someone, and you're going to end up losing to like a Tybura or a Spivak because there's no one else to goddamn fight. So it's going to be kind of a killer. Like, I don't care how good you are, you keep fighting these boys, and eventually you are gonna come a cropper. Like, something is going to go wrong. You're going to have a bad night at the office, and you're going to lose. Because so far, Tom, in my eyes, is undefeated in the UFC. I mean, that Curtis Blades that lost, that doesn't count. And man, I'm gutted with the news. I genuinely thought it was going to be Francis. I really did. Maybe I'm a fool for thinking that, but I just thought, in this world, anything's possible. And I just thought, they're going to bring Francis in. I thought, then they're surely not going to make us watch Ciryl Gane. Like, it's like, this guy, I mean, I don't know what they need. I don't know what. I think literally bring Rico Verhoeven in, do something, anything about these bum ass fighters, these shit journeyman level fighters that are fighting in the heavyweight division. Literally, we need to see him get Gane out the way, and then we need to see Lewis, Volkov, Almeida, get Rico Verhoeven in there, get Francis in there. You've got to do something. You're like the heavyweight division. I mean, I'd like to look. I mean, let's have a look, right? UFC. Let's have a look how many heavyweight UFC. I'd like to see how many heavyweight fights there have been in the last 10 years since 2015. I bet since 2015 there's been hardly any movement. My internet is really not working well at the moment. Is this heavyweight? Right, let's go to 2015. So it was Fabricio. Then we had in 2015. There was nothing since 2014. Then in 2016 we had Stipe. And then he beat in 2016, 17, 18. Okay, so there's one fight a year, one fight a year, one fight a year. Then Cormier had it in 2018. Had the same fight that year, so that's 2 fights in 2018. Then the next year, Stipe wins it back. 1 fight that year, 1 fight the next year. Francis has it, 1 defense against 2022. And then, yeah, Ciryl Gane wins the interim, no defenses. John Jones defeats him. Defeats Ciryl Gane, 840 days. I mean, literally. So since 2015, there has been one with there. Stephen was to beat him, so it was the fight against Verdum. He won that, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think there's been 14 or 15 UFC heavyweight fights in 10 years. 10 years. That's unbelievable. I mean, let's look at another weight class just for an example. Let's look at welterweight. Since 2015, how many fights has there been? I mean, it's just been stagnant, isn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, within a couple of years, we're at 10. I mean, look at that. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 fights. Alright, it's not that much different, but it's just the heavyweight division. It just... I'm done. That's it for this video. They need to sort it out, because they're just... Someone needs to buy the UFC and make it great again, because they are literally ruining the sport. I mean, to keep it with every fighter, someone who wants a UFC channel, a MMA channel like me, you're watching so much bullshit of guys who are just going to wash out, and you'll be watching 2 fights in a row where both guys are going to end up going 1 and 2 in the UFC and getting cut, and no one will even remember them. It's just absolute nonsense. But is what it is. Let's hope Tom just gets through him, and let's just hope. Let's just really hope and pray that someone can just come in and not be like another Rebellis to Spain where they just come in, you think, oh, he's going to be something, and then they just turn out to be nothing. Let's just hope and pray the heavyweight division can come healthy again, or we can get some good turnover and some new guys coming in. I mean, literally 8, 7, and 6. Spivak is 8. Tabura is 6. And Waldo Acosta Cortez, Salsa Boy, is 6. I mean, Tabura's got a bit better over the years, but he's been in the UFC forever, and he's clearly never going anywhere. It's just the fact that these guys are that in the middle of the top 10 is just insane to me. The UFC heavyweight division is absolutely embarrassing. Forget women's featherweight. They need to shut that division down. They literally need to just shut it down until they can get it sorted, because it's absolutely fucking embarrassing. I mean, light heavyweight isn't much better, but it's just fucking pathetic. Thank God for lightweight, middleweight, well, for featherweight. Thank God for all the other divisions. Even flyweight's catching up, but 135 to 185, thank God for those divisions. And I mean, one of the greatest fights in years, in my opinion, is, and I think it will actually turn out that way, in Chimaev and Duplessis. Man, I can't wait for that shit, but fingers crossed. Let's hope things get better, and That's all I got to say about this. It was just a little rant. These heavyweights, man, they are so fucking bad. It's unbelievable. They are so fucking bad. I honestly think they need to shut down the division. Women's featherweight, shut that shit down. If it wasn't for Tom Aspinall, I would literally genuinely mean it as well. Like, if Tom Aspinall got injured and was out for 2 years, I'd say just close the division down. They might as fucking well, because it is absolutely pathetic. Absolutely fucking pathetic. Heavyweight used to be so fun to watch, but think of guys back in the day who never even fought for titles, like Roy Nelson. Roy Nelson would be the fucking champion right now. Like, say Aspinall's not here, Roy Nelson would be the fucking champion. He would knock every single one of these fools into next week. He would beat the crap out of him. Imagine Roy Nelson versus Ciryl Gane. He might lose 3 rounds, and then he'd smash him, and he'd knock him the hell out. Anyway, that's enough ranting. Catch you guys in the next video. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me a share. Peace.